So you're jumping into the IB Digital Society course? That's awesome. Think of it like you're starting this epic journey into our modern world. And, every great explorer needs a map, right? Well, that's exactly what this is. This explainer is your guide, your map, to understanding the final assessments, so you know exactly where you're headed from day one. Okay, so you're at the beginning of a new course. And I bet one of the first questions on your mind is, where am I going with this, and how am I actually going to be graded? It's a great question. Understanding your assessment right from the start is absolutely the key to a successful journey. The best way to start any trip is to know where you're going. And that's what we're doing here. We're starting right at the destination, assessment. When you get the end goal from the very beginning, the entire course just makes so much more sense. You can navigate it with a ton more purpose and confidence. All right, first up, let's talk about the main path. This is what I call the core journey, and it's the path that every single Digital Society student, whether you're standard level or higher level, is going to travel together. So this core experience, it really boils down to two simple things: what you need to know, and then how you're going to be assessed on that knowledge. Let's break each of those down. So on the what you need to know side of things, everybody covers the same common topics and gets the hang of the inquiry process. You'll also be building up your approaches to learning skills, your ATL skills, which are things like critical thinking, communication, research, and self-management. These are basically the essential tools in your backpack for the whole course. Okay, so you've got all this foundational knowledge. How does the IB actually test it? Well, it all comes down to two external exams. Paper 1 has common questions for both SL and HL students. And Paper 2, that's a common paper everyone takes. Simple as that. All right, next up is, honestly, one of the coolest parts of the course, your personal investigation. But don't think of it as just some boring project, no way. Think of it as your own inquiry quest, where you are the lead explorer, digging into a topic that you actually choose. I know, a big project like this can sound a little intimidating at first, but really, it's just a few manageable steps. You get to pick a topic you're actually into, do your own digging and research, put together a cool multimedia presentation, and then you submit what you found. It's your story to tell your way. So what does this inquiry project actually look like when you hand it in? Well, it's got three main parts: the multimedia presentation itself, a document where you explain your whole inquiry process, and, of course, a list of your references. This whole thing is the common internal assessment for every student. And you might be wondering, who actually grades this thing? Well, first your teacher assesses it. But then, to make sure everything's fair and consistent all around the world, it gets checked over by an official IB examiner, so you know it's legit. Okay, so what if you're a higher level student? Well, this is where you get to go on an extra adventure. It's called the HL Challenge, and it's really designed for the advanced explorer who wants to dig that much deeper. So what is this challenge exactly? It's an extension where you go way deeper, focusing on some really specific real-world challenges in our digital world and the different ways people are trying to solve them. This is where you get to really show off your analytical chops. And of course, this deeper dive has its own special assessments. In Paper 1, you'll have an extra question waiting for you in Section B, and on top of that, you get a whole separate exam, Paper 3, which is all about a pre-released extension topic that you'll have plenty of time to study. Okay, we've mapped out the journey, we've looked at the different paths for SL and HL, but what's the point of it all? What do you actually walk away with? Let's talk about what I call your Explorer's Toolkit. These are the invaluable skills you're going to gain along the way. Because let's be real, this course is about way more than just passing exams. It's about building a set of skills that are going to help you for a long, long time after you're done. So what exactly is in this toolkit? Now, I know this table of assessment objectives looks kind of formal and maybe a little dry. But trust me, this is a list of everything in your future toolkit. These aren't just skills for passing this class. These are the exact skills that universities and future employers are looking for. First off, you're going to master some seriously high-level thinking. We're not just talking about memorizing facts here. Nope. You'll learn to really understand concepts, apply them to new situations, analyze tough issues, evaluate different sides, and even synthesize your own new ideas. That is a powerful set of tools right there. And it's not just about the big ideas. You're also going to walk away with some incredibly practical hands-on skills. You'll get really good at research, at managing a whole inquiry project from start to finish, at thinking outside the box, and at communicating what you found clearly and with impact. You know, the official guide says these objectives are a summary of what you're working towards, and that's true, but I want you to see it as something more. This is your personal roadmap to success, not just in this course, but for whatever comes next. So, there you have it. The map is in your hands. You know about the core journey, the personal inquiry quest, the HL challenge, and that incredible toolkit you're going to build. The only question left is, which part of this amazing journey are you most excited to start?